yet. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, we got interrupted there for just a minute. Not sure what happened, but I guess this video will be in 2 parts. Great, that's great. All right, so now to the good parts as well. Here we have the papers. So I'm going to introduce these to you. Now, this collection is really amazing, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you guys or not, but it's made by a manufacturer that is no longer in business, and their paper collections were some of my very favorite of all time because they were really funky and cool and beautiful. So I want to know if you guys can kind of guess. Yes, Ustream. Yes, I know, Ustream. This one is called Enlightened. So it's got clouds and balloons, and it's kind of grungified. I don't know if that's a word. And on the other side, you get some stripes. Really beautiful. Oh, I love this one. This one's like a patchwork quilt, and it's got just all these darling little designs mixed into the one pattern paper. I don't know if I can show you up close. I know I've got a terrible glare, but you can kind of see they're all just really fun. And this one is called Hippie. How appropriate. And then, hi Erin. And then the other side, it looks like a quilt as well. See, Emma's going to like this because it looks like quilting. But the yellow, I love everything about this line. It's so springy and fun. And again, you have cards that you can cut out. So they're 4x6 or 3x4 to use with your pocket page scrapbooking. And this other side is like a beautiful teal with like a little bit of darker teal music notes. Oh, Barbara wants me to show flowers again. That's why it stopped. Now, I think that this funky design paper right here should give away the designer who made this line. I don't know. You guys could, you guys can take a look at this. These are like little funky little trees with a teal background and the trees. But what's cool is I think you could cut these out and use them as little clouds. You made it, Ladybug. And the other side just has like these pretty starburst type of flowers. Oh, this one is called Dreaming. So this one is white background with green little starbursts all over with like little hexagon kind of shapes around them. But really clean and really funky. This totally does give it away, doesn't it, Lemore? Yeah. Okay, now this one's called Groovy. And remember the stamp I showed you earlier, the Clean Stamp collection? That bottom stamp right there, it mimics this background paper. So it's great. Can you just see yourself like coloring in these flowers and cutting them out and using them like that? That would be so awesome. And then we also have a beautiful, like kind of a springtime green color, I want to call it. Yeah, with like just little designs all over. Very fun. This one is called Artsy. So this has kind of like little geometric designs all over with little bits of flowers in there. I don't know how to describe it, but this is just really cool. Watch and view, you can have a shout out. And this side, now I don't know if it's picking up on this screen, but it's a dusty navy blue, and I love that because I really feel like this blue with the polka dots is going to really anchor this whole collection because you have a lot of pastels, but it's always good to have a darker color just to kind of anchor it all. Did I mention what this is called? Yes, Artsy. We have Sonnet. So this is like a gray background, looks like fabric, like it's kind of textured. I know it's really hard for you guys to see. This is from the Free Spirit collection. This one is called Sonnet. This one before it was called Artsy. So it has beautiful little yellow tulips and it looks like little forget-me-nots. And then the other side is just got another kind of geometric design going and that dusty blue, just a shade lighter than the navy blue I just showed you. Then we have Perceptions, all hexagon. And it's got kind of, I know it's hard to pick up, but there's like little speckles and splatters and looks like someone drew on the bottom of it. It's kind of, you know, grungy, but yet springy and, I don't know, kind of cool. And then the background is just like really cool. It looks like the sky. Like I want to just say like I see like telephone poles here. I don't know. It's kind of funky. And it's got splatters and splotches all over, but it's all in those really soft pastel colors. So those are the papers. And then, of course, we have our chipboard pieces that go with it as well. All of our chipboard pieces, there's 40 pieces on one sheet, and there is adhesive on the back of each and every one of these. So you've got some banners, you've got words, you've got a hot air balloon with like a little banner here, some flowers, anything you could want. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And this is, I haven't been reading off the numbers. I apologize. I hope that's okay. Sorry. But this collection is going to be released in January. So all of our, like we're releasing at CHA and all of our collections are shipping out 1st of February. So, you know, everything is rolling in and we have CHA in like a week and a half and then everything starts shipping out 2 weeks after that. So that's what I heard today. That was the latest update. Okay, so what I did is I took a few of these tag pads or tags out of the pad. It doesn't matter what color because I ended up covering them with some of the papers. So they begin like this, as is, and I went ahead and just covered them with the papers already. So I used the polka dots, the navy blue polka dot. I used the music, the teal with the darker teal on top, and then I have the patchwork quilt one. So gosh, it would be nice if I said the names. So Artsy, and I'm just learning all this stuff too. I literally just got my box last week, so bear with me. And Expressive, and then, you know, I think one of these should have been named Cari. That would have been nice. I don't know. Anyway, so did you guys kind of guess like what company could have made this, you know, designer could have made these? Do you know? No. Just wondering. What's my favorite pattern? I'd have to say my favorite pattern would be this one here, the hippie, with all the different patterns on there. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start with this one here. Here is a tag that I'm putting together, and I used the polka dots in the background. And then all I did was take some of my favorite Mayards ribbon, and I just went ahead and went right down the center of this baby right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. You'll see how easy these will come together too. And I love that these are bigger. I'm just going to center that right down the middle. All right, just like that. And I'm going to just give it a little clip at the end. I just kind of gave it a little banner, so, or a notch. I don't know what you'd call it. So I'm just going to fold my ribbon together and just clip it just to make that even little flag right there. If anybody has any questions, sure, Mel, I can send you the finished product. If anybody has any questions, Lee Moore is my moderator tonight, and she's in blue, and she'll be happy to help and answer questions and anything that you may need to know, and she can get a hold of me to go over anything that I may miss. Okay. Thank you, Watch and View. So nice. Now this is the new trim, and this new trim has it's made of like a burlap kind of material, and it has like this beautiful kind of woven kind of style to it, and then it's got some cream ribbon running in the middle of it, and it's very textured. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I love it. It's so awesome. You guys are going to just love all the new trims that they came out with, and they come on these cool little wooden spools, and you get about 2 yards in one. little thing. So I just love like kind of the earthy texture that it has and that it adds to this. And I'm just going to give that a little haircut too. I think so too. I think so too, Lemore. You're very perceptive at these things. Okay, next I'm going to go with the ATC tag pad, and what I chose out of this was You Make Me Smile. So the corners around it, everything's cool. I'm just going to pop it up with some pop dots here. Just a few. I don't need 50 like some people. I know. We're not going to mention any names. How many different new trends are there? That's a good question. I think there's new trends coming out every day. From what I know now, like right now, some of the new trends tend to, I guess, is gold, the color gold, and you will see a lot of that on some of our new flowers. And also, what we think is new is the Instagram photos. Everybody's using those now and putting them in their albums. And so we are coming out with some really fabulous Instagram products that you can use to scrapbook with. And we will be doing a show on that as well. Sorry, I just had to trim that up. Okay, so that's coming along so far so good. And what I originally used were some of the collection flowers. And you can see there's gold centers in some of these flowers, and they are already layered for you and everything. I didn't get a lot, so I just am using what I have. So I'm going to add a few of those puppies, and some of the, I'm going to use some of the leaves too. Okay. And all I simply did was start putting these flowers around here, just like that. Pretty easy. Yes, Barbara, all the collections will be at CHA, all the new ones. We actually have some mid-releases we're coming out with too for April, so you guys will have even more to look forward to. And, you know, we have new flowers, new stamps, not just new collections, but a lot of other things too. We have a lot of metal products coming out, some things that you can use for your altered projects. All right, and I also grabbed some of my older flowers too. Like I have, you can see I have the Abbeys. Do you guys remember these from the last show? There's like a mixture of all different kind of little flowers inside. There's about 48. So they're called the Abbey Flower. And I love these because they're perfect filler flowers and you can sprinkle them wherever you want. Instagram photos. Instagram is a popular photo app on that you can use on your phones, like the Android, the iPhone, and things like that. And Instagram is like you can open it up and take a picture through your Instagram app and play with it and add filters. And it's kind of like a social media, social network page that you can you know, follow your friends on Facebook, and you guys basically take pictures with your phones, pretty them up, and then you post them on Instagram, and then everybody can see like daily shots or, you know, whatever you want to share. And then you can go to any different photo labs and get them printed out in 2x2, or 3x3. I can't remember the size exactly. I think different photo places do it. Like Snapfish. You can even get them done at Walmart now. And Walmart has, they print them all out on a sheet together. So I'm just adding a little bit of fillers. So you can see so far it's just kind of, it's pretty easy so far, huh? Actually, I didn't use the collection leaves with this, did I? But I could. But I think I'm going to grab, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Oh, why not? I'm going to use the yellow leaves. I think those will look really pretty. So, you know, explore different, you know, apps and things out there. Like, I think it's kind of fun. And I take, I'm not really great about taking a lot of Instagram photos myself because I tend to forget. But you can experiment with it and do some really fun, funky things on your phone. And you always have your phone with you, so it seems easier sometimes just to take pictures with your phone rather than getting your camera out. So it's kind of another way to take pictures and memorialize things. I like the yellow leaves. They're really pretty. And see how like it's like just really accenting the yellow in the middle of the tag really well. I push these in a little bit more though. Give them a little haircut. So, oh gosh, it's getting crooked. So I think the yellow leaves look really, really pretty. And I did that because I had different colored flowers to choose from for the first one. So it just kind of came together. And then also, do you guys remember the page pebbles from the last show? They're little acrylic, plastic little pebbles. They're flat on one side and they're kind of clear and they magnify. They're great for magnifying, but they're also great for just adding a little bit of extra shininess to your projects, I guess you could say. And I just took a couple of these and placed them around the flowers just to add a little bit of dimension and sparkle. So you can kind of loosely put those around and tuck them in around your flowers and leaves. It's really hard scrapbooking upside down sometimes, so I hope that this is all looking okay for you. I'm just going to touch my screen, make sure it doesn't disappear. So I'm just using clear glue, and that'll be fine. That's all you need to use. Uh-oh. It's a flying. I even tucked one underneath here, up here at the top, then added a couple more. Smaller ones. So you can get these in like small, large, whatever. And I'm just going to tuck this in here and add another one to the top. Not that one. So I'm just using Fabri-Tac. It's just a clear adhesive. Just like that. So I'll show you guys up close. See? Like they're subtle, but you can kind of see them. They almost remind me of raindrops. And I have a couple down here. And I'll take pictures of these tomorrow and post them online for you guys to see too, so that, you know, they're a little bit better than just on, you know, just seeing it on camera. I'm going to punch a little hole in my tag. Oops, excuse me. My crocodile, and then I just added a little bit of ribbon to the top. This is just like a peach and cream ribbon. This actually goes really well with this collection. It's May Arts ribbon, my favorite. There we go. Sort of. Just make a little bow and voila. So you can see, like I said, like the navy just really kind of anchors a lot of these softer, more pastel colors. It looks super cute. There we go. And done. Okay, next one. We're going to put together, I think we'll do this one. And this one I used the HEC card across the bottom of the tag and wrapped the ribbon around it and then just added some chipboard pieces and some sparkle. So we're going to do that next. Sorry, I have to push things aside here. I'm already making a huge mess. So here it is right here. Again, this is the expressive paper, the back side. And here's the little ATC card, and all I did was glue this right to the bottom. Now it's going to be a little bit wider than my tag, so I'm just going to trim the sides and it'll still be fine. No worries. Oh no! I always say I don't drive these tape guns very well. Try to center it as best I can. And then I just flip it over and I can see where the lines are and I just cut it. Okay, and I'm going to grab some of my ribbon. This is also the wide striped ribbon, which you guys know I love. So I'm just going to tie this around the tag. Sorry, I can't do this upside down. I got to do it like this. And make my bow. I do have big guns. It's big guns or go home. Big guns or go home. Does anybody have any questions for me? I love big guns and big bows. Obviously, I'm going a little crazy on this, though. I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. Because I don't want it to cover up my word hello at the bottom. Good enough. That's perfect. Perfect. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that trim. I'm just going to add it here, right underneath this, just to hide that where the two papers meet, because I actually am pushing this ribbon up just a little, so I have room to add more stuff. Yeah, some of the other trims are actually flowers, like big, like lace flowers. And oh, they're just awesome. You guys are going to love cutting those apart and coloring them. I don't know. Just so many cool things to share. And I can't share everything tonight because then nobody else will have anything to share later on. That wouldn't be nice. Okay, so far so good. I'll have to, I don't know. I'm going to have to make this bow just a tiny bit smaller. Sorry. Now what I did is I actually I could use a collection flower. I don't know. I just grabbed one of my bel cantos. I think it's kind of important to show you guys that even though it's a new collection, that some of our older flowers that we've released before can go with, so you may have them in your stash and then go with some of the new stuff. This is called Bel Canto Cream 562106, and it's got a little bit of pink and orange in the middle, and it matches perfectly. So I'm just going to glue that down to the middle of my bow. Oh my gosh, I have a piece of ribbon stuck to me. It won't come off. All right, just like that, right in the middle. Now, I'd shared some of those chipboard pieces with you earlier, and for this tag, I actually grabbed some flowers right off of the chipboard. I'm going to grab those out right now. See, a little rose with leaves, pretty, and then this little cluster of flowers too. And I love just mixing them in with the other flowers because I think that they add just so much to the tag. And if you wanted to make them look like kind of vintagey or shabby chic, you can always take your Prima Distress tool and go around and just kind of shabby chic the edges. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just rough them up. And there's already adhesive on them, but I always add a little more glue, especially if my stuff is going to be kind of traveling and going around. I like to just add a little more to it so that it doesn't fall apart, because that sometimes happens. Not all the time, but sometimes. Oops. So don't forget to peel off the back. But if you do, it's okay. There's people that just don't know that there's adhesive, so that happens. So I'm just putting it here and here around my flower. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to go back to my white Abbey roses and just fill in now, just to kind of blend flowers with, you know, chipboard and leaves and things like that. So it's always kind of fun to mix the two. And I think just like pretty little white flowers are just so pretty and springy and perfect. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm going to put a few down. Like this. I like to tuck them just under and have some over, and because you do have a little bit of give, like it doesn't stick immediately, so you do have a little bit of time to lift up a little bit before it stays. Alright, now in this original one I just used some of those pattern leaves that match the collection, these guys here. But I think I'm going to go with my pack of florellas, which is another release we had last time. Leaves. You can never have too many. It's always good to have them laying around. And I'm just going to tuck these guys in wherever. One down here. I don't know, I just like leaves with my flowers. Maybe you don't feel like you need them? You don't. And the little one up here. So, together, kind of cute. Gosh, I can't even pick it up. So, there we have it. So you've got your little white flowers, your chipboard, some of your leaves kind of hanging out here. Just really cute. And then to finish it off, remember I told you about the sparkles earlier. Little sage and crystals. They're kind of iridescent. They're textured. They're kind of glittered. So they're bumped. They're like bumpy and glittery. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, but they're really awesome. And I just kind of dotted these guys around. And again, just sort of, there's adhesive on the back, but sometimes I get a little too overzealous and I pluck it off the packaging and the adhesive stays on. And sometimes I like to have these guys kind of coming out from behind the flowers too and mixed in. What's quite old? Did you stamp dots on the original leaves? No. On these leaves? No, these are the pattern leaves that come with, like these leaves here that come with the collection. So they have like the patterns of the paper. So some have flowers and some have just kind of color in them. And this has one of the paper patterns on it, which just happens to be green. So they're like in the mix. But that's a great idea. I could take the regular green ones and stamp them with little dots, and that would be really adorable. Great idea, Pam. You're so smart. I get to meet Pam in a week or so. She's coming to Art Venture. She's going to get Art Venturous. There we go. Some of these are just kind of, okay. Okay, I'm almost done. Adding my sparkle. And voila, that's it. Some sparkles, some chipboard, some texture from your ribbon, and it says hello. How cute would this be? Just on a little gift bag or displayed. Hey, you can put it on your front door. Say hello to anybody that comes to your door. Ah, Frankie baby's here. It's fantastic. And all I did too was take a little twine and put it at the top just to hang as well. But that is it, really. All right, and on to our last tag, which is this guy here, the So Happy tag. So happy. All right, and what I did was I already covered it. Remember with Hippie, the patchwork one. Here, let me get some of this stuff out of my way. And I cut like a 1-inch strip of the pattern paper, and I just put that right here along this down the side of the tag, just like that. So I'm going to do that right now. Oh my gosh, flinging flowers at myself and everything. You know what it is when you wear a sweater? You wear a sweater when you're crafting, everything sticks to your sweater sleeve. This is Emma's favorite. Awesome. It's my favorite too. I'm going to cut out a little notch down here. And then I'm going to take more of that awesome burlap trim if I can find it. Ah, here it is. You'd be amazed at what you can lose in like no time at all, right? I'm just going to run a bead of glue. And then I'm going to take some of the glue off the edge. And I'm just going to run a bead of glue right down the center. And put that down there. It's kind of stretchy, a little bit stretchy, but not crazy. Just like so. Perfect. And I'm just going to cut that too. I'm just going to follow the paper line there. All right, and give this a haircut at the top too. Just like that. That's a little crooked. Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes if you pull on it and stretch it a little bit, that'll kind of straighten it out. So if it's ever like kind of wonky, just give it a little stretch. It's perfect. All right, so now I grabbed another ATC out of that ATC pad, and I'm going to put down some foam tapies. Not as many as someone I know. Just saying, and he's here. Okay, not saying any names. Okay, I only put 5 instead of 50. I love Frank. I'll figure it out. It's so fun. Okay, I'm just going to kind of offset it a little bit. I want it hanging off the side of the tag just a little bit here. And then the tag me tags. I grabbed this little tag out of here, and it's got cute little polka dots around the trim and some little balloons. So we're gonna add that on with some foam tape as well. ETCs are really fun. I think that if you're, you know, if they're just fun little creations that I think are kind of satisfying. Like if you're working on layouts all the time, it's just nice to kind of move to something a little bit smaller. Okay, just about there. Oh, I forgot to put my ribbon on. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me get my ribbon. I don't even know where it went. Ah, here it is. So hold on, I'm just going to peel this right off for a second. Put my ribbon on. Sorry about that, guys. So I also wanted to mention while I have a second too, we do have Art Venture coming up in Canada in April 2014. So if you weren't able to make the California Art Venture, you can still, because what we're going to be doing is having art ventures all over the world. We're planning them as we speak. And right now we have one coming to Canada in April 2014, the 11th through the 13th. We're gonna have like 6 classes. It's gonna be Lee Weber, Jamie Doherty, and myself. And we are going to have 6 amazing classes and goodie bags that you guys are just gonna go insane over. I don't know, Frank, do you know how much the goodie bags are worth? Like, do you have a figure off the top of your head? Because I'm just curious myself. Because I heard about what's going in them, and if, like, I'm trying to do the calculations in my head, and I can't believe that there would be that much stuff in it, but I know they're being super awesome generous. But what's cool about the Canada Art Venture, too, is that we will be, the price of that one includes a hotel and all of your meals, plus snacks, coffee, and things in between. So it's $750. Includes your hotel room for 2 nights, all your meals starting Friday when you get there through Sunday till lunchtime, snacks in between, coffee, donuts, whatever you guys want, cookies, they'll have whatever you want. And then huge giant goodie bags, and then 6 kits, which are going to be gigantic. So right now, Lemore, Jamie, and I are all planning for this. We're making our projects right now with all of the brand new stuff. So if you come, you get to play with all the brand new stuff. Yep. Snacks, donuts. Canada is so lucky. What? Over $600 including the kit? Are you serious, Frank? The goodie bags are, wait a minute. And Emma Rayburn, who's on the chat right now, she's making me laugh very, very hard because she is going to be our vendor there at the event. So you know it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm going to grab some of these little free spirit flowers, I think. And I don't know which ones I want to use. I have to build my own. I'm too lazy. No, I'm not too lazy. Yes, I am. I'm very lazy. I don't know. I think I'll just stick this flower down. I don't know. Oh, Lemore's going to bring Tim Tams. She must have some from Australia. She knows I love Tim Tams. Okay. I'm going to grab that. Put that little pinky Lee right up there. And I think I'll put another one up here, too. Kind of pretty. And then I'll put some of the white flowers around it again. Yes, there'll be lots of laughs. We're going to have a photo booth. We're going to have make and takes, crop space. We should have an all-you-can-eat buffet. I think that that's what we should have, but and the hotel, I suppose, might lose money on me. That would be fun, but they do have buffets there, and they have real meals, and oh, it's really awesome. It's at the NAB Center in Cornwall, Ontario. So it's, you know, everything's there. They even have a Starbucks there. I'm telling you guys, and a bar, just in case, you know, after you've been scrapbooking all day, you need a little beverage. You can have one. Colorado. Oh my gosh. Yes, Colorado would be fun. Lemore's already trying to go to Colorado. She's on the chat telling someone she'd come to Colorado. She loves it there. Okay, so flowers and all kinds of stuff. I think my bow is a little bit too big, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to touch it. Maybe add another flower or two down here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Oh my God, look at this. Angry glue strikes again. No, it's just that when I'm on the show, I'm very sloppy because I'm trying to go quickly to fit in our time frame, and also so you guys don't get bored watching me do this. And so my glue goes flying, flowers go flying, everything's just, it's chaos. It's total chaos here. So, and when the show's done, you should see everything that's left. Yeah, I'm going to give this a little haircut here. A little too big. So I'll bring these tags to CHA. Maybe they'll be on display if they're worthy. If they're tag worthy. Okay. So yes, my bow is gigundous. Now I'm going to grab those little lace stickers I was showing you. So I'm going to use So Happy, and it is all one word. So I do have to cut it in half. Cut it into 2 little words here. Oh good, I didn't cut into the other one. Actually, I'm going to add Happy first. Now Happy kind of hangs off a little bit. That's okay. See, they're like, it's like vinyl. It's hard to describe. Like kind of like cling. I'm going to have to turn this upside and do this. Otherwise it's going to be a disaster. It's probably still going to be a disaster even when I do it the right way. It's facing up, so who am I kidding? I just love these stickers. They're so awesome. And then even though it's hanging off there a little bit, you know what I do is I just kind of touch it with my finger a few times and get kind of the sticky off. And then it's fine. It won't stick to anything else, like literally removing the sticky. And there you have it. A big old bowy taggy mess. Oh, and then one last little thing. My little metal clip. Which I already used the word happy, so I'm going to have to use another word. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So here are the little metal tag clips, I mean. And I think I'm going to use the little, flower. So you can see it's really, really, really thin. Really thin. And I'm just going to slide it on the top of my tag right there. It's just a little flower. I can slide it over, move it over a little bit. But like on my original one, I use the word happy right there. Happy, so happy. And there's the original tag. Here's one I just made. Clearly, my bow is giant. So there you have it. So we have those 3 tags. Oversized, just beautiful. And you know what you could do, because they're large, but like you could layer these all together and make a mini book. So it could be like a really fancy, fat, bulky mini book of tags. And then when you flip it open, you can always put your photos here, you know, on the opposite side where we didn't decorate. And the colors on these tags all match the papers, so that wouldn't be an issue. So yeah, you can make a little mini book out of this. Pretty cool, huh? Awesome. Sorry about the big mess. Sorry about all that. Push things aside. Make room. Does anybody have any questions about the line, or is there anything that you would like to see again? Because I would love to show it to you again if you would like. But this is a beautiful pastel, pretty, soft, springy collection. And if you didn't guess already who makes it, I don't know if I'm supposed to say, but I'm going to say anyway. It's Sassafras Lass. And they are one of my absolute favorite paper lines. And I actually have every little paper pack they've ever made hoarded in my stuff. And I tell you guys not to hoard stuff. And I shouldn't, because I do. Oh no, Frank, don't tell! The tag pad, oh my gosh, I can't say it. Tag pad, Lorena. It's a new Julie Nutting pad, and it's all pastel colors. And I was telling everybody earlier that they're two-sided, so you get the design on both sides. So it's really cool. So if you cover one side, you still have the other one really pretty, ready to go. So they're great for lots of stuff. Huh? Yeah? Well, Prima makes the paper collection, technically, but it was Sassafras Lass who designed it. the tag bases, are they made like that or are they cut? Like this? Like I covered one side of each tag with paper, with the Free Spirit paper. So the other side is just the plain tag and how it would look. And I covered the front side with the pattern paper. So I literally just took a piece of paper, grabbed a tag, put sticky on it, stuck it down, and then cut it out. So one side is plain, the other side is pattern paper that you want to show. Thank you. I think they're going to look better in person. I think at CHA they'll look way better in person. I just always feel like they never quite show up. Like all of our projects are beautiful on the shows, but you know, the camera doesn't do them justice. So, you know, I wish you could see them in person. So I'm going to take these to CHA and display them. I'll display them next to Frank's stuff. Okay, so anyway, I'm getting jokey and silly now. I'm going to end the show. I wanted just to say thank you to everybody for coming and for joining us. And next show will be Frank Garcia showcasing the cartographer collection, which is really beautiful. It has a lot of ephemera, a lot of vintage imagery, and very... I want to say that it's, I don't know, the images are just gorgeous. It's really, really nice. So thanks, everyone. So join us, join Frank. Oh, and I'm going to be at Prima, too. So I'll be there in the background, helping him with all his foam tape and everything. So January 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Join us to see that amazing collection. And I will be at Prima. I'll be with Frank. I'll be in the background. He's so excited, I bet. All right. I'm going to end the show, and I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for coming to all the shows. We really appreciate you guys and your support, and you're fun and amazing, and I love it. And invite your friends to come because we'd love to have them join us, too. All right. So I'm going to hit stop broadcast. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and Happy New Year.